And I've thought for a long time, if we invented automobiles today, no one would be allowed to drive one. Too dangerous, too polluting. You just wouldn't have the freedom. There's no way the Americans could build the interstate highway system now. And these big projects of the sort that you're describing, I don't think we have the will anymore or the ability to do them because we've tangled ourselves up in moral quagmires.
I would go a step further. If coffee, alcohol and tea would be discovered today, you would never find it in the shelves in a supermarket because it would deem to be way too dangerous. And that's
Right.
the thing. We are becoming increasingly good in regulating. If you take New York under Mayor Bloomberg, right, we can regulate the salt and the sugar out of your Coke and your cheeseburger, but we can no longer build a new bridge, right? We can no longer actually build an efficient, like a highway system as it was built in the 1960s. I really think we can no longer do this. We can, if you forgive that expression, we can torment the average person with ever-growing regulations. At the same time, however, create conditions that those on top escape those regulations. I mean, why do you think that the average American bill, and it's the same in Europe as well, has 500 pages? Because it's basically a list of exceptions. So the only person that actually is going to suffer or be affected by that bill is going to be, the small family company or the small. There was this great example a couple of years back about a hardware store in California, and what they did is, right, kind of what you mentioned before. So people that came early, at 8 o'clock, they handed out coffee and donuts. So they put up a box of donuts and a can of coffee. The state of California was harassing them without end because they need a permit. Do they have a kitchen? Are they up to the hygiene standards? Until the hardware owner said, you know what, I wanted to do something nice for my customers. I no longer do it. So in these areas, the state is extremely powerful. But when it comes to other issues, they're extremely weak. And this is going to be a problem again. I think for all of Western, if you forgive that expression, for all of Western civilization, if we don't kind of get our stamina back, if we kind of don't return to the spirit and as well the capacity to get things done, we have a problem. And that, I think, is the thing also with the Dutch farmers, right? That they say, wait a moment, we actually do something. We produce something. We are the best in, potato product, which is the case, right? We have the highest yield per acre worldwide in tomatoes. The highest.
Yeah, they should be getting prizes for that, right? I mean, these people should be getting awards. You should find the person who has the highest potato yield per unit of fertilizer used and give him, I don't know what the equivalent of the Order of Canada is in the Netherlands, but obviously that's a person who's a hero in every sense of the word. And what's also so surprising to me, and that tends to tilt me towards a certain degree of perhaps unwarranted cynicism, is that it's the very people who trumpet their allegiance to the working class and the oppressed who are at the forefront of targeting these excellent avatars of the working class, defined the way you defined it, which is, well, those are the people who like work.